Hello everyone, thank you again for tuning in. onlydraven here, and I appreciate you popping in for episode number 8. I know it's a little out late this week. I apologize for that. My computer experienced some issues, but thankfully a friend was able to fix it without any real cost. So I'm putting this one out Saturday instead of the previous Wednesday, but I will be back again next Wednesday with my regular release. First of all, I'd like to say again, thanks for watching. Thanks for all the new folks that have been popping in. I've had some new subscriptions kick in, a lot of more views, and definitely appreciate everyone who has been sharing my videos, sharing my links, as well as following me on all the other different social media platforms, Facebook especially, and Twitter. I've also got a Tumblr and a Snapchat and an Instagram and all that as well, and I definitely advertise and link these videos on all of those. But Facebook and Twitter is definitely where I've seen some interaction and some new people, so thanks for joining along. I appreciate that. If you haven't already, please feel free to subscribe or follow, whatever the social media requires. There's a link to all my different pages, Facebook and such, in the description of this video, so you can definitely go to any of those and click to go right there. I'm just going to do one long segment today, but be a little bit shorter than normal overall since it's a little late in the week. I'd like to start off with my biggest news right off the bat. I broke 100 pounds lost this week. As of this past Wednesday, which was the 10th of March, I actually was down 102 pounds from when I started, which was December 9th. December 19th of 2016. So just a little over almost 5 months at this point. I'm down almost pretty much half of the weight that I'm looking to lose. And I know it'll slow down. You know, the smaller you are, the less you lose. I used to that. I understand how that works, but it's awesome to hit that 100-pound hurdle. I'm feeling really good. I started phase 3 of the diet yesterday. Phase 3 has most of the same requirements as phase 2 did. I still have to get over 90 grams of protein a day, between 30 and 60 carbs, and less than 30 fats. I still have to drink 64 ounces of liquid or more a day. My medications have stayed all the same. The big thing is that my serving size has increased. Instead of 1.5 ounces, I now eat 2 to 3 ounces per meal. I'm also extended into vegetables, except for corn, peas, or potatoes. And I also now can introduce all fruits. I'm also adding in ground beef. That's the only red meat I can add in this phase. But that does add some definite recipe opportunities there. So I'm looking forward to be able to jump into all that. I haven't mixed with much. Really, the thing that I did yesterday that was very nice, I actually had something to eat out for the first time, God, in 3 months, 2-3 months at least. My wife and my mother-in-law bought them dinner out, and I wanted something out as well. So I was going through my options, trying to find what I could, and I went to Taco Bell, and I got a chicken soft taco. Chicken soft taco is, of course, a tortilla. I got with the grilled chicken, not the shredded chicken, which is better, and it has lettuce, and it has a little bit of cheese on there. I added a little bit of light sour cream when I got home, but the big thing I did is I took everything off the tortilla and threw the tortilla away. The tortilla being too high in carbs, and it's a bread which I'm not allowed to eat until phase 4, which is at this point I think almost 3 months away, 2.5, 3 months away. I'm going to be on this phase. So I really just had chicken, lettuce, sour cream, and cheese in a bowl, and I could have one. The insides of one chicken soft taco measured out to be my 3 ounces once I added the light sour cream. And it was delicious. And it did not bother my stomach at all. I do want to talk about bothering my stomach and nausea, because over the past couple weeks, and as I've been slowly ramping up and increasing to match this phase of the diet, I have noticed that I've been dealing with what I thought was nausea after meals. And even the foods that I had eaten previously were making me nauseous. And it took me a while to figure out what the problem was. And oddly enough, I was not nauseous, I was full. And that may sound odd, but I really don't know what that feels like. My entire life, I've just eaten until I ran out of food. You know, that whole clean your plate, starving kids somewhere, you know, took that to heart since I was a kid. You know, if they put food in front of me, I'm going to finish it. And I'm always hungry. I've always been that way. It get to the point I could eat till I was going to vomit, and I was still hungry. I just still wanted more food. But that's really changed since the surgery. I don't really find myself craving. When it gets close to mealtime, I'll start to feel hungry, especially dinner, because now that I'm back to work and I'm working 10-hour shifts, excuse me, there's usually a 5 or 6 hour period between my lunch and my dinner, maybe even longer. So that I'm usually hungry by the time I get home from work. I'm ready for dinner, but I don't really have cravings or things like that anymore. I have mental cravings. You know, I will see a commercial for Pizza Hut, pizza being my biggest weakness, and I'm like, God, I want some pizza. And then I'll stop myself and I'll think about it for a minute, and I'm like, no, I don't. Like, I'm not hungry. I'm not physically craving. It's my mind telling me, ooh, you want that delicious taste in your mouth again. It's pizza. I realize it's all mental. Hungry, I am not. I just don't get hungry. I do find myself getting thirsty. I've stepped away from the 1 to 2 ounces every 15 minutes. I don't time myself more. As I did before, I'm able to drink more than I could. So I know exactly how much I have to drink a day to get in my 64 ounces. It's my 2 protein shakes, how much my G2 Gatorade I'm still drinking, water, milk, whatever. I mean, I know at the beginning of the day, this is how much I need to drink. And I take it with me when I go out. When I go to work, I have a cooler on my desk where I keep all of those liquids. So I know that as long as those bottles are empty by the end of the day, I have hit my 64 ounces or more, and so I've hit my goal. But as such, I'll go slightly periods sometimes without drinking, especially if I'm driving or I'm out. I'm in a store for 45 minutes and I can't have a drink in there. I will feel myself getting thirsty. My stomach will grumble and such. But food, I don't get hungry. But for the first time in my life, I'm genuinely feeling full. While I can increase to this more food on phase 3, sometimes my stomach just doesn't want that much. It just can't hold it, especially if it's a heavier based food like the non-fat refried beans that I eat. When I put those into my stomach, I find I can eat less of that than some of the other foods because my stomach's like, okay, that's heavy, give us some space. So the nausea was really eating too much. So I'm having to notice when I'm starting to feel that it's time for me to stop eating. It's not that I'm sick. Even though I haven't finished all of the amount of food I set before myself to eat, I know it's best for me to stop so that I don't feel like shit, because I usually feel nauseous and shit for a good 20-30 minutes after I reach that point where I've eaten too much, because I'm trying to eat everything I've measured out instead of listening to my body and saying, okay, this is as much as I can handle right now. So that's been a big transition for me over the last week and a half, has been able to do that. But like I said, I've been maintaining the goals. I haven't been overeating or eating foods I haven't been supposed to eat. And as such, I'm down 102 pounds, which is phenomenal. Right now, I'm down the equivalent of, I think it's 3 or 4 pant sizes. I'm still wearing the same size shirts, but they are very baggy on me. Very. I'm just trying to avoid buying more clothes if I don't have to. I have several storage containers in a closet that I have to dig out because I'd saved a lot of clothes over the years that have been given to me as gifts that were too small. I've got a lot of jeans and t-shirts that are brand new, still with tags on them, in there, going up sizes as I got bigger, that as I get smaller, I'm going to be able to jump into. So that's awesome. I got some clothes prepared to go. Me always trying to be that positive. I'm going to get skinny one day. There's no reason to throw these away. Unfortunately, I did throw away big clothes as I got bigger. So eventually, when I was too big, I was like, crap, I'm out of clothes again. So, but I'm trying to avoid spending more than I have to. Jeans, I do, because I don't have anything that size yet. But overall, it's been a really, really good week and a half since my last check-in. Like I said, I've lost a chunk of weight, I'm down 102 pounds. Just to kind of list my goals here, my heaviest weight was 431 pounds. That was December 19th of 2016, the first day I walked into the office of my surgeon. My surgery weight was 366. I was down 65 pounds the day of my surgery, which was March 29th. Since March 29th, I've got down to my current weight, 329, which again is 102 pounds down. I've not weighed myself since Wednesday, so I don't know if I've lost anything since then, because I only weigh once a week now. But my goal weight right now is 225. That's the one my surgeon and I had set together. For my height, it's actually supposed to be 180, but what my surgeon said is they usually don't expect you to get all the way down to where you're supposed to be. There's usually a little bit left on there. If I get to that point and I can keep going, awesome. I'm also going to try to muscle up a little bit. I'm not like Vin Diesel or The Rock kind of shit going on here, but I'd like to have a little bit of definition. So that I know adds a little bit of weight and mass to it as well. So doing that, I may never get down to the 180 I'm supposed to be for my height, but I definitely want to be healthy and in good shape and feel good about it. So, so far I'm not dealing a lot with a lot of the excess skin that I hear and see. I still got a long ways to go. I'm sure that I will. There's some spots that I see myself getting a little sorry, but I'm continuing to work out and get exercise and do all the things that I've been advised to try to help minimize that. So, my other big news for the week, other than losing that weight, which was awesome, is because of that, in honor of that, I'm doing a free giveaway. I'm going to do kind of like a contest giveaway, although you don't have to do a whole lot to enter. I have gone ahead and I've purchased a bariatric cookbook. I went online and I looked for them, and I found this one, which is Eating Well After Weight Loss Surgery, which specifically states that it's good for multiple different surgeries, from the bypass all the way up to the BPDDS, which I had. So there are a lot of recipes in here. I've skimmed through it, but I've been careful not to crack the binding. It's new and it's not mine. It's one of yours. But there's a lot of really nice stuff in here. Chicken breast stuffed with ham and cheese, cider glazed pork chops, orange ginger tofu. For those of you that eat tofu, shame on you. Chicken saute with mushrooms. I mean, there's just savory onion and mushroom burgers. Who the hell doesn't want to eat a savory onion and mushroom burger? So I'm going to put out another video today, a small one, that gives the specifics on how you can win this book. And when I say win it, completely, there's no cost to you. I'm going to pay shipping. Once you win it, I'm going to get it to you. I don't care if you're in Canada, fucking Europe. I will get it to you if you win this thing. Cost is on me. You pay nothing. So I'm just excited to hit this goal. Kind of wanted to share my good fortune with you folks and, kind of do stuff like this. Get interactive, react some more with the fans. So stay tuned for my other video, which is going to come out today. It'll give you the specifics on how you can win this book and get it mailed right to you for absolutely nothing. So thank you so much for everybody who's watching. I also like to thank everyone who's jumped onto my Patreon page. I've had a couple new patrons jump on in the last couple weeks, and I really appreciate that. Regardless of the level of donation that you give, every bit helps. Like I said, I have goals that I've set out. If I can hit my first goal, which is $20 a month in donations, then I'm going to open up an official website for all of this stuff, where I can do things like contests and things. And link all my social medias and link the videos, so you've got one central place to find all my stuff. And it'll be a free site. I'm not looking to do any type of subscription. You got to pay to go there bullshit. I'm not looking to make money off you profit-wise just for going to see the stuff I'm trying to put out there. I appreciate you watching, and so to be able to share updates and things, and maybe even have places where we can interact, you can ask questions, submit ideas. I'd love to have that website. So that's my first goal. I got to make $20 in donations a month. I already own the domain, but the cost of hosting a website every month can get a little bit expensive. Usually I'm looking at least $10 to $12 in there, plus the cost of just setting it all up. So $20 a month would definitely cover the cost of me running a website. And that's goal number one. If I hit goal number one, I'm going to do a whole nother giveaway. Right off the top, I'll do a whole nother giveaway. Might be another cookbook, might be something healthy-wise, maybe some type of cooking thing, dish, utensil, tracker, hell, I don't know. I'll do something if I can hit that first goal on Patreon, which is $20 in donations a month. So again, check out my Patreon. I've got a link for it. I'll put it right here. Delicious. And I also have a link for it in the description of this video. So definitely go there if you'd like to check it out and see kind of what Patreon's about if you're not sure. I have a video there that explains it and kind of why I'm there and what I'm looking to do. And even if you don't do anything there, if you just want to check it out and take a look at it, I appreciate your time. So all in all, that's going to kind of sum it up for tonight. I'm going to kind of keep it short just because, like I said, it's a little late in the week and I really want to get this out for everybody. But since it's Saturday, I'm going to have another one out Wednesday where I'll have the different segments and we'll do some question and answers, maybe a top 5, some different things. So if you have some suggestions for top 5 things you want to ask a question or you have a topic for top 5, throw it in the comments of this video. If you're not sure what I mean by top fives, check out my last video. I did a little segment where I did top 5 things I'm not going to miss about being a fat guy and top 5 things that I am going to miss about being a fat guy. And I got some pretty good reactions on that segment, so definitely check that out if you haven't. But overall, thank you again so much for watching, for staying tuned, and for helping me be able to share my awesome news. 102 pounds down. That's almost how much my wife weighs. You know, I've almost physically removed from my body someone my wife's size. I've removed like 2 physical adult children from my body. It blows my mind to know that I have lost that much, and I have done so in less than 6 months. Some people lose faster, some people lose slower, and some people have pauses where they don't lose at all. But the important thing is that you stick to it. I've had pauses. I will have more pauses, plateaus, walls, whatever you want to call them. There will be times when it's going to seem tough, and it's going to seem like you are wasting your time because you're not seeing results. Fuck that. It's going to end. You're going to get through it. It's going to suck for a little bit of time, but when it's over, you're going to be so happy that you stuck to it. You're going to be so excited and proud of your progress, and you're going to want to share it. And I want to see it. If you've lost weight, put it in the comments. Show me some pictures. I want to see how well you're doing. I'm doing well. I'm sure you're doing well. And if you don't feel you're doing well, I've found you're probably doing better than you think. Everybody loses at different paces, and everybody has stalls. But stay with it, and you will succeed. I have zero doubt or faith that anybody can handle this. You just have to follow the rules and persevere, and you're going to be able to do it. Like I said, I'm pulling it off so far. I'm having good results, and I'm sure you can too. So sorry for sounding like a really long infomercial there, but had a moment. So thanks again for watching, everybody. I really look forward to seeing you next week. Watch for my second video so you can win this damn cookbook, and I can send it to you. All right. Thank you so much.